The election were held today on the House floor. Do you have the votes to be elected Speaker?
Yes.
What do you make of Marcia Fudge trying to challenge you or considering challenge?
Say to everybody, come on in, the water's warm.
Nancy Pelosi is still 100% confident in her future as House Speaker once again, despite the drumbeat of a number of Democrats who want to challenge her leadership. But should Republicans force Democrats' hand and vote for Pelosi for Speaker? Here to weigh in, Chris Wilson, Republican strategist and former campaign pollster for Senator Ted Cruz, joins us from Oklahoma City. Chris, what do you think? I know that in the past, Republicans have used Nancy Pelosi as the perfect foil, the enemy of the Republican Party, to do all sorts of things. Would it be in their best interest to vote for her for Speaker if you're a Republican?
Well, it's certainly in their best interest to have her serve as Speaker. I mean, clearly President Trump understands that, as he's already called for Republicans to get behind Nancy Pelosi for Speaker. She reminds the American people why they don't like politics. She reminds them why they don't like Democrats, quite frankly. And interestingly enough, as you point out, you have some people challenging her. You have a lot of national Democrat strategists writing that she should not be a Speaker. But the best thing for Republicans is to have her in that role. And I think if you do start to see slippage among her conference in terms of supporting her, it is in Republicans' best interest to jump in and support her. And you know what's interesting? It would give Republicans sort of a bipartisan flair. Hey, look, we even supported Nancy Pelosi as Speaker. So yeah, I think it certainly makes for political theater, but it also is probably better for the Republican Party and President Trump moving forward because she just can't help herself.
Well, you and I during the break were talking about this new Gallup number. I think 56% of Democrats don't want her as Speaker. But then you hear her yesterday saying she's 100% sure she's going to be Speaker. If she was 100% sure that she had the votes, they would have had the vote yesterday.
Well, that's probably true. What's interesting about the Gallup numbers, it's almost the same number as Gingrich's number in terms of Republicans not supporting him whenever his conference turned on him. Right. So clearly there's some, the natives are restless a little bit there, and we'll see what happens in terms of when it does come to a vote. She is being challenged. But again, I just kind of get back to, if that starts to slip away, Republicans are not going to have the Speaker of the House. So why not try and make sure that the best face you could have in the Democratic Party for the Republican Party, which is clearly Nancy Pelosi, her own party doesn't support her, 56% of Democrats, right, even higher amongst liberal Democrats, Steve, put her back in that chair.
A little Operation Chaos on the part of the Republicans.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Chris, thank you very much for joining us. Have a good weekend.
You bet. Thank you.
All right. Meanwhile, some Democrats